You're listening to Hotep Ish with your host, Dewan B. Intelligent Ish Talk, intelligent shit talk, where we balance the profound with the profane. Political satire, celebrity and expert guests, information and entertainment, conversation and solutions. Leave your feelings at the door.
I'm here, shit. Y'all here too. Here to run my goddamn mouth. Welcome. I'm here. I'm over getting text messages right when I go live, but it looks like an important text message. Anyway, we here. What's up, Butter Love? What's up, Black Man Cigars, Black McBain, Samurai Show, YouTube subscriber? Welcome, Andrew Como. Welcome. We here. And we're going to first start off today by saying happy birthday to the greatest of all time, the most skilled basketball player, physically and mentally, Kobe Bryant. Happy birthday, Kobe Bryant. Oh, the thing I'm getting text messages about, I'm getting an email about. Okay. Yeah, okay. Breaking news, mercenary leader Yevgeny Prigozhin. I don't know how to goddamn pronounce his Russian ass name. Shit. Was found dead on a plane crash. This is breaking news. You know, he's one of the mercenary leaders in that Russian-Ukraine war. You know, I like to, break the news because, yes, I do black center a lot of my stuff, my content. But world news always matters, even if you have a black first perspective, because we still live in a large world, and we got to understand the world that we're living in. People like, I don't care, man. If they ain't black, I don't care. Well, get your dumb ass away from me. I read all this shit. Yeah, the Russian mercenary leader of the private Wagner paramilitary group, whose armed rebellion in June threatened the country's leadership, was listed on the passenger roster of a private jet that crashed in Russia on Wednesday, killing all 10 people aboard. All these countries be up to fuck shit. It ain't just the United States, it's all these hoes. All these hoes be up to the fuck shit. You dig? Anyway, back to the happy birthday to the greatest of all time, Kobe Bryant, the most skilled basketball player ever. One of my inspirations in life. Do y'all know one of the reasons why my podcast is going the way it's going right now? The reason why I have one, the reason why I have this channel that you're listening to. It was a Kobe Bryant interview I watched on the Knuckleheads podcast. That was one with Darius Miles. That's one with Darius Miles and Quentin Richardson. I said Pooh Richardson. Quentin Richardson. And Kobe Bryant interviewed with them about a month before his death. Like around November, December 2019. And he was talking about his knee rehab. And I'm sorry, his ACL is not ACL, it's Achilles rehab. Remember, he tore his Achilles late in his career, year 16. And that should have all but ended his career. But Kobe Bryant came back and he played after tearing his Achilles. Usually, Achilles was a career ender. 30 years ago, Achilles would have ended your career before it started. Like there was no coming back from an Achilles injury in the 80s and the 90s. There just wasn't. You weren't going to ever play again. You're just going to be stiff as a fucking mule. The science and medicine's gotten better to where you can somewhat return. But he actually returned very late in his career. And they asked him, why did he do that? He said, I didn't want to go out. I didn't want an injury to take me out. I wanted to go out on my own terms. And so Quentin, they asked him, okay, so how did you do it? Like, how did you wake up every day and do the rehab? And Kobe said, the way he sees life, he sees, okay, is the decision I'm making right now, is that going to help me? Is that going to benefit me or hurt me a year from now? And he said, I knew that if I looked up a year from now and I allowed this injury to defeat me, I'd hate myself. So he had, like I said, let that be my motivation for waking up every day against my better judgment and wishes. And get this leg right, this ankle right. And he did. So I took that. This is when Kobe was still alive. I took that because before that I was fucking around with my podcast. You know what I mean? You know, I started this channel back in 2011. Like I had a radio show called Sports and Things over on Blog Talk Radio back in like 2010, 2011. That show had me, Larry Goodwell, and some weird ass nigga that used to play in the NBA at the time. It was us three. And it would get going. I remember I would have like view counts, listeners, sometimes upwards of like 80,000 listeners, but I wouldn't be consistent. And then one of the people in that podcast did some shady fuck shit. The weirdo nigga I told y'all about. The weirdo did some shady fuck shit. And so like I allowed that to like make me like not do a podcast for like 2 years. And then like in 2013, 14, me and Larry would always start the podcast up and do like 2 episodes, maybe 3, and then not do like another podcast for like a year and a half. And then, you know, I was very inconsistent. But it had been on my mind to do something like this for a long time, but I would always start and I would stop. Start, stop. Y'all, just like 99% of you niggas do. I ain't the only one. Shit, don't judge me. Shit, press number 1 if you done started and stopped a bunch of shit. I ain't the only one, god damn it. But the way Kobe said that made me be like, you know what? I had this YouTube channel. I put like 1 video up and then none. And every year I look up, I'll be disappointed that I didn't do this YouTube thing. I didn't take this YouTube thing serious. So I didn't start right away. It was June 2020, 6 months after Kobe died, that I said, you know what? I'm going to take this YouTube thing serious. And at the time I had like 60 YouTube subscribers. Butter Love in the chat, I think she was like my 5th subscriber on YouTube. I had like almost no subscribers. And so June 2020, I decided to start taking YouTube serious. And I went from like 50 or 60 subscribers to like 300 subscribers to like 500 subscribers. And then I got like 1,000 subs like at the end of that summer. And then I interviewed Judge Joe Brown like in like December that year, and I had like 100,000 views from that interview, and that like jumped me up to like 2,000 subs. But all of that shit started after. Oh yeah, Kenneth Berry too. Kenneth Berry was like in the chat room. He was like subscriber number like 96. All I know is I had less than 100 subs when Kenneth Berry subscribed to my channel in the chat. But it was Kobe saying, you know, I think about, is the decision I'm going to make right now is going to benefit me a year from now. And so by the time I get to 2020, I'm now 10 years in to starting and stopping. Starting and stopping. I'm 10 years into starting and stopping. Yeah, Brother Love, you told me. Because me and Brother Love was Facebook friends. I'd be like, man, do you think I should do a podcast? She'd be like, yeah. And I'd be like, all right. And then 2 years go by, I'd be like, hey, Brother Love, I think I'm going to start this podcast again. And she'd be like, yeah, you should do it. I'd be like, all right. And then like another year go by, I'd be like, I'm going to start this podcast. She'd be like, man, I told you to do it. But you know, there's most people, they'll be like, you should go ahead and do it, but then they won't listen. They'll be like, yeah, good idea. Then them niggas, 99% of the people said that told me to do a podcast ain't listening to this motherfucker. But it was that Kobe Bryant interview that made me be like, you know what? I'm going to take this shit serious. And then I started doing Craig Facts around like February 2020. Well, we had even Craig Facts. Me and Craig was inconsistent. Me and Craig used to talk on the phone 2013, 2014 about starting a podcast. About, you know, what we gonna do when we make it in comedy. And he would get back in his truck and make money, and I went back to working with kids. And for a long time, it was just talk. And then, you know, he got his work with All Def Digital. And then 5150. And I was working with my man Mike Robertson. Mike Robertson had a podcast, and I would do my man Mike's podcast. And I would just do his, that helped me get the discipline, Mike Robertson, to working, to being somewhere every week. But let me tell you how it is. I grew up with that. See, some of y'all gonna brag and be like, I've always been a boss. That's not me, nigga. I grew up with a straight up employee mentality. I grew up, you go to school, you go to college, you get a job, and you retire from that job. I was very much raised to be an employee, you know, and even though I had my own thing I had in my mind, my socialization was basically employment based. So it was hard to do things on my own. So like I would do Mike's podcast, but I wouldn't do my own. I would show up like every Tuesday to Mike Robertson Boulevard. We would have like 20 people listening. We would have like 5 people listening. If we was lucky, we might get 40 people listening. But I was consistently showing up to his, but I wasn't doing it for myself. Still got that employee mindset. You did? But it was Kobe Bryant's interview when he said, how are you going to feel a year from now by the decision I'm making right now? Is the decision I'm making right now going to make me feel good a year from now? Am I going to be proud of myself a year from now from this moment's decision? Or am I going to be mad at myself a year from now from this moment's decision? And that played in my mind. And then once I started on YouTube, I didn't stop. Now, I did have moments to where I would go like 2 weeks without posting a video. Because that ego will hold your ass back. But I'm always, credit Kobe for that, for that You know, because Kobe had a lot of motivational stuff. When you really listen, the one reason why they like to kill off the Kobe when it comes to the NBA, Kobe's the most skilled player of all time. He's the greatest player to ever play basketball. That's period. There's no argument. Better than Jordan, better than LeBron. And I don't give a fuck about what none of you niggas got to say in the chat room. I don't give a fuck. I can say I coached my team to wins. I can say I coached actual people to make it to the NBA. I'm going to take my word over yours. Anyway. Because Kobe was a player that my man Rashid, and I keep saying I'm going to get my man Rashid, but he's coaching for NBA Africa. He used to be an assistant coach with the Lakers when Kobe, when that second championship run with Pau Gasol. And I remember I used to always, and Larry got stories too. Whenever I'm on, if you listen to some of them old shows of me and Larry got plenty of these Kobe stories because he was there with Rashid a lot. And me too. You know, as far as being able to having all of the skills up and down. A big time sports network. You get off my dick, bitch. Sorry, some nigga in there that want to come around because you say someone's your favorite player is the greatest of all time according to your opinion. It makes somebody else get offended. I don't like hoe ass niggas like that. People should be able to state who their favorite player is or who they think the best player is without somebody else getting offended. You niggas is hoes. Part of the reason why I talk this way about basketball, because I'm tired of hoe ass niggas in sports. Hoe ass niggas that get mad because your opinion is different than theirs. Whatever happened in my opinion being my opinion, and your opinion being your opinion, and we could laugh and talk a little bit of shit, and then walk away and get back to dealing with real life. You hoe ass niggas be over here taking sports way too personal. Back to what I was saying. So, Kobe was a player that, you know, on top of being the most skilled of all time, having everything you needed in your bag, left shoulder, right hand, left hand, mid-range, up close, floaters, three-pointers, long range, elbow corner, passing skills, you know, off-ball play. All the tangible skills you need that you can work on in drills. Kobe was the best at all of them. But bigger than that was his mindset. And when it comes to sports, I don't really care about sports. I'm not a fan of none of these niggas. Fuck all these niggas personally. I don't give a damn about nobody. I don't know these people personally. I know even the ones I've met. You don't know nobody. You only know your family. You really only know yourself. Well, you should at least know yourself. Or be on the journey to find out who you are. But you really only know yourself, your immediate family. We don't know who none of these niggas on TV is. We don't. Even though you may spend time around them because you were at a party and you seen them, or you had one conversation with them that time they signed your autograph at the music store, whatever. We don't know none of these niggas. So I don't get into all that personal shit, you know? I don't get into all that. Well, he's a good father. You don't know none of that shit. We just know, only thing we have in relationship to any athlete or entertainer that we see is what they do for us on camera. That's all. That's the only relationship we have for anybody, whether it be actor, singer, musician, athlete, whatever they are. We only know them for whatever art they bring to us. That's it. That's all. So, but I said that to say, when it came to mindset, part of the reason why they like to kill off the Kobe archetype through sports, because remember, sports is entertainment. Sports also reinforces everything that happens to us on TV and music, reinforces the stereotype. That's what all this shit's about. It's all about reinforcing the status quo or dictating how the status quo is going to go. And sports is a part of that. So sports used to have a very alpha male style energy in the 90s, in the 80s. But what happened in the 2000s, especially the mid-2000s? It became share the ball. Ooh, leave your team and go to somebody else's team if you can't do it by yourself. Pass the ball. Be a good teammate. The Allen Iverson, alpha male, the Kobe Bryant, alpha male, get it how you get it, those type players, they started off by killing off Allen Iverson. Because Allen Iverson was an alpha male who was hood, who was street, who didn't give a fuck and who still won. So they had to kill him off first. And then after they killed off, after they successfully, for the most part, delegitimized Allen Iverson, they went for Kobe. Because although Kobe had the clean look that they wanted, said what they wanted to hear, they was like, nah, this nigga is still too alpha male, still too great. Got to kill this nigga off. And they started promoting players with less skills, promoting players because they share the ball. Oh my God, they're good teammates. And look how he is with his kids. And in that time, we've seen the male sports fan become just as soft as the players that they complain about. You know the sports fans today always complain about how soft the league is? Well, these niggas is just as soft. Oh, look at him. He has a good teammate. Look at his stats. Oh, God. Oh, look at his family. Oh, God. You niggas be sounding gay as fuck. And no disrespect to the gay people. At least stay honest about it. You niggas is hiding behind sports. You feel me? So that's what was going on. And Kobe Bryant represented a style player that when you listen to him talk, we listen to Phil Jackson talk, they're very philosophical, very deep in about play in the mindset of honing your own skills and playing your own game. And those are lessons that go beyond sports. Hone your craft, get as good as you can at your craft, be the best you can be at your craft, and don't worry about the rest. If you see a challenge in front of you, you face that challenge. You don't run from your challenges. You don't run and join other teams. You don't be like, oh God, this team's too hard to defeat. Let me go make a super team. You don't do no shit like that. You don't do no shit like that. Nigga, you go for it. You go for it. I remember this right here. I remember this this highlight right here. Let me speed it up so I don't get no goddamn copyright strike. I remember this game right. This is when Kobe was young.
Challenge Mutombo. Look at McDyess. Looks like he's got a jumper. Mutombo said, bring that in here. He said, no. I think I'll kick it out for a jumper. And what did Kobe Bryant have to say about this?
They won't go in there with Mount Mutombo, huh? Man, I'm climbing Mount Mutombo today. Nobody want to go at it.
Well, Dikembe is...
That was like a nutshell of how bro was. He didn't say I'm gonna go around. I'm gonna climb Mount Mutombo today. That was his first All-Star game in '98. But look at this. It was something interesting that came out on No Chill podcast by Evan Turner. I want y'all to listen to what Evan Turner had to say about the NBA being rigged.
Yeah, I'm like, yeah.
Listen to this.
Bro, we got a game 7. Like, woo out the bam. Like, this gonna be lit. So Elden's like, you know we're gonna have to win by 15 just to win by 1. So I'm like, what you mean? He's like, bro, this is the NBA, it's entertainment. Like, LeBron is in the Heat or waiting. Would you rather watch the Celtics or the Sixers play the Heat? I'm gonna be honest with you, I'm on the team. I wouldn't even watch the Sixers play the Heat. Shit. Like, so we get in this game, you know how much money the NBA is gonna lose. I'm telling you, take M's and M's from this. I'm like, what? He said millions of memories. Because this is entertainment.
Damn, that's a bar.
And he says, as long as you know that, don't act like your OG ain't tell you.
You have to be up so much that don't affect it.
Andre Iguodala and Evan Turner revealed that the NBA is rigged. Here's a video.
The hardest game in your life.
See? And that's something I be trying to tell niggas. I've been up and close and personal with the NBA. This shit is rigged like a motherfucker. Be entertained by it and take whatever lessons you can take from it. But don't be all passionate about that shit. You fucking weirdo ass niggas. So, I remember that same year. That's when the Celtics played the Heat in the playoffs. I didn't go to Miami. Larry did. Larry was out in Miami. I wasn't there. But I remember Larry would call me after like almost every game. And I was one of them games where the Celtics was kicking Miami's ass. And they kept getting KG in foul trouble to get him out of the game, to open up that lane for LeBron to get all of his dunks, because the nigga couldn't shoot back then. And there was a moment where Doc Rivers looked at the referee and was like, okay, I get it. I know what it is. And everybody knew what it was. 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 You saw that shit. So, watch the shit for fun. You niggas over here, that nigga Big Time Sports Network in the chat room, that nigga wears skinny jeans. He wears skinny jeans and watch sports on his stomach. That's why he's so hurt right now, what I'm saying. That nigga eat bonbons, wearing skinny jeans, watching games laying on his stomach. The whole point of sports is to look at competition. The outcome is whatever, because outcome oftentimes is rigged. The outcome is rigged most of the time. So when I would watch Kobe play and watch him talk, it was more so about the mindset and the approach to the game that made him the greatest of all time, in my opinion. So happy birthday, Kobe. 3 of clubs. Kobe Bryant was a 3 of clubs also in cardology. 3 of clubs. That's the card. The 3 of clubs. That's the card of the mental warrior. That right there is a card of mental warfare. Either you're going to play mind games with yourself or with other people, but you're going to play some mind games. Make sure you point your mind games in a way, in a direction that's going to help you win and be constructive if you're a 3 of clubs born today. It's also the card of the writer. 3 of clubs people are writers. If you notice, the last thing Kobe Bryant did before he died was get an Oscar for his what? Writing. So Kobe Bryant is a true example of someone who really played their cards out, because the mindset is what made him the greatest of all time. And after he conquered the highest hills of the NBA, he left and became a goddamn Oscar-winning movie writer. All things you can do when you take today and be present for the day and do today what's going to make you proud a year from now. This nigga. So salute and happy birthday to Kobe Bryant. This nigga Big Bismarck T, you a fool. So, yeah. Happy birthday to Kobe Bryant. Happy 3 of Clubs Day to you 3 of Clubs people out there. You're right, positive influence. Kobe kept improving as a person. He was definitely the asshole that everyone said he was. early in his career. He was the bad teammate. All that stuff was all true in 2000 and 98. Kobe Bryant was a horrible ass teammate. But he learned his lessons. So by the time he got to the 2005, 2006 season, he learned how to be a great teammate. You know, that's something that we all can all see in life. You know, the thing that is in your present moment, your greatest detriment, can be the thing that's your biggest win later on. And I see that when I do cards and cardology. When I read your Mars card and see where your detriments are, when you learn how to conquer your Mars, whether you're talking about astrology or in cardology, when you learn how to conquer your detriment, that detriment that you learn how to conquer becomes your biggest asset. The lack of consistency was one of my major detriments. I spent years working on my lack of consistency. I spent years starting stuff and stopping, But I worked on it. And as I worked on it, now everything I started finishes. What used to be my biggest detriment is now one of my biggest assets. I'm going to finish what I start. I couldn't say that 6 years ago. I couldn't say that 7 years ago. Hell, I couldn't say that 4 years ago. What was the thing that was getting in my way the most ended up being the thing that's sustaining me through this day. It's the reason that the thing that is the reason why I don't have to go back and get a day job. My consistency is the reason why I can work on my own and live life on my own at my own pace and not have to work for somebody else. And that was the number one thing stopping me and keeping me at a day job in the past. Going to work, knowing good in the hell well I didn't want to be there. But when it came time to do the things that can put me in financial position to get away from that job, I was very undisciplined. Very inconsistent. Inconsistent to the point that job that I was on sent me to the point of damn near on the crux of nervous breakdown. I worked on that shit. Like I said, I got to thank Kobe for that. You dig? So we here. So we talking about, I want to also give a shout out to Sha'Carri Richardson. Salute to Sha'Carri Richardson. Beat the shit out the Jamaican runners. Beat the dog shit out of them. And she's throwing it back in the face of these people who was shitting on her last week. Oh shit, Reggie's that you? Oh hell no. I got my man Reggie in here. Everybody up in here, if you can get a middle finger emoji at Reg Nova Scott and give him that middle finger emoji. Y'all remember earlier when I said I started a podcast with Larry, some irrelevant ass NBA player? The fourth person that was part of that podcast was Reg Nova Scott. But that nigga's a dickhead, so yeah. So if you got a middle finger emoji at Reg Nova Scott, anytime Reggie comes to one of my shows when I'm doing stand up, I always say an inside joke that's gonna piss him off, and I don't give a fuck if that joke bombs to the rest of everybody else. Like every time Reggie comes to one of my shows, I'll be willing to bomb a joke just to piss Reggie off. I'm gonna say something I know that's gonna piss that niggas off. So y'all say salute to that hoe ass nigga in the chat. Anyway, Sha'Carri for those of you who don't know, went in to Budapest and murked the Jamaican team. Oh, what's up, famously blacker? She said, leave Larry alone. No, I'm not going to leave Larry alone. Nope. Nope. See, y'all only hear my side. If y'all ever was around Larry, Larry's the worst nigga on earth. Nope. I told Larry, all right, now, when I build my YouTube shit, I'm fucking you up. We used to be at events. I'll never forget one time we was at one of those NBA Cares things with the LA Clippers. And they was passing out food. And then as soon as I walked in, it was like Blake Griffin, DeAndre Jordan, Chris Paul, those years. As soon as I walked in, Larry was like, oh, that's a wrap for all the food. Everybody looked at me and fell out laughing. Reggie Larry been, fuck, nah. Larry ain't never gonna get a break from me. Nope. But back to Sha'Carri. Sha'Carri, man, let me see. I'm about to play that race. Cause I don't think they'll give me a copyright strike. Cause this is like NBC. They don't be sending out copyright strikes. So here we go. I'm gonna still keep it muted because these motherfuckers be tripping. But I want y'all to let's watch this race. Let's watch this. They talked a little shit when she tested positive for weed, but I was talking shit to the people who don't watch sports. It's like, man, she smoked the weed. She took it on the chin. One thing I love is she took it on the chin. That's one thing I really respected about her, and I still respect about her. She took it on the chin. And she said, I smoked that weed. You know, I was going through some family issues, and I'm going to be okay. People called her ghetto. People said she's undisciplined. She'll never be any good. It's a wrap. And the level of hate that she got in 2021, around the time of the Olympics, about this time 2 years ago, about the same time 2 years ago, the level of vitriol she got was sickening. It was sickening. And she bounced back. And she won. And not the Olympics, but the world title. The world championship is bigger than the Olympics when it comes to to a lot of Olympians. I mean, Reggie in the chat room, that brother right there follows track and field. Reggie, I saw your Facebook post like 2 years ago. Reg Nova in the chat room, he was one of the few people that was like, I remember when she lost, he didn't say nothing. He was like, man, no, all she needs to do is change her coach. I hate giving Reggie credit because Reggie's a hoe, but Reggie was right 2 years ago. I remember you put that up on Facebook. And Reggie was like, all she need to do is change her coaches up. And she did that. And everything you said was right, Reggie. I got to give you credit. Listen to what she said in this. Now I don't want to play this in it. Go and watch, because I've been getting so many strikes lately. But go and watch her stuff, man. Like, and yes, and for those of you wondering why I'm talking shit about Reg Nova in the chat room, this is my first time seeing this nigga in my Yahoo chat. I'm not Yahoo. We go back to Yahoo chat. It's my first time seeing Reggie in my YouTube chat room. Y'all know I've been knowing Reg Scott in the chat room since 1989. Me and that nigga met in church. And I used to clown the fuck out of him in church. Because Reggie dark as fuck. And I remember one time we was in church and Reggie was sweating. And I was like, why is this nigga sweating? And Reggie had on like a red sweater. Reggie used to wear like these Bill Cosby sweaters back in the day. Remember them Bill Cosby sweaters? So Reggie was hella dark and he was sweating in the Bill Cosby sweater. And I said, that nigga looked like a pair of 96 J's. This nigga Reggie was looking like these shoes right here in church. And we was in youth service. I was like, nigga, you walking in here looking like a pair of Jordans. I've always been kind of an asshole friend. I gotta admit that. I gotta admit. I've been like one. I've been a terrorist to that nigga Reggie. And just let you know, Reggie, that shit ain't never gonna stop, nigga. You be pissing me off. Anyway, back to what we talking about. I'm telling y'all right now, I could be 80 years old. If Reggie is around, I'm about to piss that nigga off. I'm glad you said that, Black Man Bang. So did you see the reaction, some of the reaction from the people over Sha'Carri Richardson winning? It was a lot of hate. And you know, I be like I be going to Tariq's page. Tariq be instigating like a motherfucker. Courtney G said I was born in '89. Yeah, man, my friends is day ones. I got my day one friends, man. Like I don't have that many new friends. I've been on Reggie since '89, nigga. Like one of my close friends I've been knowing since I was 3. I got the same group of people that's been around me from like literally since day one. But look at this, right? I'm about to share. This dude, like, Tariq be having me dying laughing. This is an instant. You know he gonna find the videos. You know Tariq gonna find some shit. Look at this. Let me go back and play this.
Yeah, she can't. Yo, man,
this is. I think it's like a Muslim in like in Jamaica, like rooting for the Jamaican national team. And see, black Americans, we like track and field, but we don't really care about track and field like that. So
get where we are.
Look at this.
Get where we are. Sha'Carri Richardson. I know you're lying.
What? Hey, Reggie, they sound like Chetty, don't they?
What? Ain't no way, bro.
Hey, man.
What is food? Yo, record me that. Sherry, I can't do it. Sherry,
Hey, mad to the motherfucker. They mad to the motherfucker. See, black Americans, like, we happy that she won, but if she lost, we still wouldn't really, like, we'd have been like, man, that's fucked up. We wanted to see our sister win, but whatever. You know, we really don't be, you know, I remember when she lost, it was a lot of people, and it's just funny to see people, the diaspora wars. I don't jump into them too much, but they funny as hell to watch. I'll jump into it a little bit because I like talking shit every now and again. But when you see that, like, I remember when she lost 2 years ago, it was all kind of shit talk. It was all kind of shit talk going on about how you Americans lost in track and field. Niggas be like, look, our best track and field people play football. We don't you know. And look at this right here. I like this right here. Look at that. I like this part here. She stopped with the black journalist. I love it. No, thank you. No, thank you. No, thank you. So again, another message of everyone. You don't end where you start. You start where you start. You know what I mean? We all can grow, and we all can get better. And no more of that shitting on black people when they mess up. Man, let's be forgiving of black people. I remember when she smoked that weed, it was like, damn, yeah, okay, yeah, she's not going to qualify for the Olympics. I get it. But we can't shit on her. Like, dude, she smoked some weed. So what? She lost her opportunity. She'll get another one. Like, dude, all that, man, black folks now. All you what they need to do ass niggas. Y'all the worst. Man, what you niggas, what we need to do. What you know what black folks need to do. No, what you need to do is mind your own goddamn business, nigga. You don't know shit. What they need to do. No, motherfucker, what you need to do is sit your ass down. Maybe people in their 40s and 50s judging people that's 20, 21 years old about their behavior, knowing you wasn't shit when you was 21. You wasn't shit when you was 21. And you want to shit on a 21-year-old. We got to have compassion. Man, we can't be that generation. I'm 42 now, man. I mean, the 21-year-old is half my age. Man, we got to love them, man. Well, let's be the first generation that love on our 20-year-olds. That love on our teenagers. That we haven't done that in about 400 years. Because we've been under this oppressive system, black Americans have developed this thing of selling out these generational wars, and the adults selling out the youth, and the youth being resistant to the adults. But it's the adults that set the tone. Anytime there's an issue with people younger than you, especially when they half your age, you're in control of that tone, on how that tone is set. I know me personally, I don't be having issues with cats in their 20s and their teens. I get along famously with children and teenagers and 20-year-olds. So I always got something positive to say to sow into them. And so I always got love to give them. If you got a person in their teens and 20s around me, I'm about to give them all the love that's in my heart. I'm gonna teach them where my fuck ups, where I made mistakes. And I'm going to teach them that they're the greatest thing that's ever walked the planet. If you're alive and you breathing, you're the greatest thing to ever walk this motherfucking planet. You're the greatest generation that's ever walked this planet. So how about we put a challenge out there? When you see cats in their 20s, let's love them, especially when they mess up. You niggas out here sound like Jehovah's Witnesses, excommunicating niggas. Oh, I'm sorry if you're a Jehovah's Witness. But let's just tell the truth. Jehovah's Witness people, they fuck up, nigga. You can't come to Jehovah Church for like a year. And then they got to like vote on your corny ass to come back. I had a Jehovah's Witness friend. And again, I'm not here to shit on nobody's religion, but I am here to laugh at your religion because that's just funny as fuck. If it's funny, it's funny. I'm sorry. But I had a friend that was a Jehovah's Witness. And like her husband had cheated on her, did all kind of funky shit. And then, so in return, she did said some shit to him, and then so she went to the Jehovah's Witness like little deacon or whatever, and they excommunicated her for a year for challenging her husband, and let her husband who was cheating on her stay around. And she was really into this shit. I remember me and her were friends long before her and our boy got married. So she was like a dyed in the wool, true and blue Jehovah's Witness. And I was like, damn, they excommunicated you for a year for having these issues with your husband and this proving that, and he admitted to cheating on you and he's still going? God damn. Y'all don't fuck around, do y'all? Reggie, you know exactly who I'm talking to. Oh, you got to go back to work. Go ahead. But Reggie, you know who I'm talking about. Reggie in the chat room, you remember her? You remember the Joe with old Joe? She was fine the motherfucker, wasn't she? Reggie remembers her. I ain't gonna say her name. It started with a T. I'll say that. She was fine the motherfucker. Yeah. Yeah. We can't be like that with our people. That's real talk, Ozef. They'll disown their own kids for the church. They'll disown their own kids for the church. You damn right. Yeah. Don't be like that. We can't be like that with ours. When our babies mess up, we got to love them. We got to be like, we got to talk to them sternly. Now, you notice where you fucked up right there, right? But all of us on the internet, we ain't got, like, I remember when Sha'Carri messed up. People was like, well, she need to be held accountable. She need to know. I was like, first off, nigga, Sha'Carri Richardson is not going to read your tweet. She's not going to read your Instagram or Facebook post. And if she did read it, who the F for you? Even with her losing and not getting to the Olympics because she smoked weed, at least she got to the level in her profession to where she could qualify for the Olympics. You can't qualify for lead garbage truck disposal man. Nigga, you can't qualify for top security guard. You can't even work at top flight. You got to work at medium flight security because you can't even qualify for top flight. You can't even qualify for top flight. But you want to criticize her. Hit the Cash App, $ DeJuan Brown. Hit the Cash App, $ DeJuan Brown. God damn it. But yeah, that's what's going on. That's why, man, we gotta show love to our babies, man. I ain't with that. I ain't with that. I ain't with that talking shit to our babies like that, no, man. I ain't with that. Cause we as a people, we ain't got our shit together yet. We ain't in position to be talking shit about our babies. Cause we ain't built nothing for them. How we gonna talk shit about our babies and we ain't built shit for them? Nigga, shame on you if you talk shit about our babies and you ain't built nothing for them. So again, big love to Sha'Carri Richardson. Now on to, I wasn't gonna talk about, well, I'm gonna stay on the sports tip, then I'm gonna get to them other assholes last. It's become apparent that Shannon Sharpe is going to sign. He said today that he's going to sign with ESPN, and he's going to bring Club Shay Shay over to ESPN. And so what we're about to have is a big coon fest between him and Stephen A. Smith. They're going to be trying to figure out which boot, who going to lick Masters' boot the longest. That's going to be funny. And in between licking Masters' boots, they're going to sound very pro-black. You know, when it's something easy, you know, a black coach gets fired, because it's going to happen in NFL, NBA, one of them sports. It happens every year. A black coach is going to get fired unjustly, and that's going to be Shannon Sharpe and Stephen A. Smith trying to sound pro-black. It's not right. Every time the black coach come,
the black coach get fired? The black coach can't get a job. Why can't the black folks get a job? That's not right. That is a testament to racism because the black coach can't get a job.
So what's gonna happen is all you lame brain niggas that think that people on TV speak for you, gonna be like, yeah, black man can't get a job. And Shannon Sharpe and Stephen A. Smith is gonna rile you niggas up. Black man can't get a job. And then the minute something happens, the white folks gonna do something real stupid. Either a mass murder or some dumb shit but they're gonna bomb something like they always do. It's gonna be something that happens where a white person or white society is in the news. And right after that, the next black athlete that sneezes is gonna become the face and the violent vitriol from both Stephen A. Smith and Shannon Sharpe.
See, these young as a black player, you gotta know that you gotta be twice as good because you got people watching, and it is a privilege to work in the NBA. It is a privilege to work in the NFL. And if you don't take advantage of your privilege, that's on you. And black society is waiting on.
And you know that them niggas gonna get to cooning and shucking and jiving and heeing and hawing and bullshitting. And this is what makes that move worse for me. I saw this. Look at this.
I decided to bring Club Shay over and partner with you. When we first started,
let me start back at the beginning. And I'm gonna tell you why this is.
Do you have good news for me?
I have great news for you. We're in business together, bro. I decided to bring Club Shay over and partner with you. When we first started, you said, "Hey, give me an opportunity, hear what everybody else has to say," and I listened to everybody, but I felt the volume was the best place for me.
I feel like I landed Peyton Manning in Denver.
Landed. So he said. So instead of Shannon Sharpe doing his own thing, he teamed with Colin Cowherd. Colin Cowherd is one of the most bitter, vitriolic, racist, suspected white supremacists in sports TV. Colin Cowherd is damn near the face of covert white supremacy in sports, allegedly. I'm going to say that's my opinion. I'm not saying it's a fact. I'm just asking you guys to go back, for those of you who watch sports and sports media. I stopped watching sports media 10 years ago. And Colin Cowherd was a racist back then. Cowherd, every time something, this is one of the most, when things happen when it comes to race, this man is straight up Fox News. He don't give a fuck about black people. Matter of fact, he can't stand them, allegedly, supposedly, my opinion. Because they handing out all kind of lawsuits these days to content creators, so I got to watch what I say. But Colin Cowherd, when things happen in society, that'll be one of the white boys that'll comment on black shit and always take the white folks' side. If a black athlete screws up, he's the main one talking about, well, blacks. He's the white boy that they allow to talk about black society when one black athlete fucks up. So Shannon Sharpe left once a spacek redneck bigot to join an even worse suspected redneck bigot. What's up with these athletes needing white approval and teaming up with obviously racist ass, allegedly, supposedly white boys? Let's keep going.
The commitment I watched you make as a former pro athlete who's got his money, who's got his legacy, to get up at 4 a.m, I'd come in on the elevator to see a great pro athlete commit to the process of the grind. And that's what this shit is. It is a grind.
It consumes your life. And I think what made it easy for me, Colin, it was because football consumed my life. And so now that I'm in this business, I devote my life to this business. I am very, very excited to know that Club Shay Shay is partnered with the Volume.
You used a key word. We are in a partnership together. As you grow, we grow.
I know. The thing that...
Why do you got to partner with him? Why? Shannon Sharpe is a Hall of Fame tight end. I don't watch football anymore, but from the going up through the era, I stopped watching in about 2016. At the time when I stopped watching, he was one of the three greatest tight ends of all time. If you ask me, the three greatest tight ends that I've ever seen play football was Shannon Sharpe, Tony Gonzalez, and Antonio Gates. But Shannon Sharpe won 2 Super Bowls with Denver, 1 with the Ravens. And that one he won with the Ravens was special because that offense wasn't shit. And he had a sorry-ass quarterback in Trent Dilfer. Trent Dilfer, his skills as a quarterback sounded they were about as consistent with his funny sounding ass name, Dilfer. Do you expect anyone named Dilfer to be great at anything? The motherfucker's name was Dilfer. And that's how good of a quarterback he was. He was a fucking Dilfer ass quarterback. Sometimes he'll make the throw, sometimes he won't. That team relied on his defense. And the only thing he had on offense, Jamal Lewis at running back and Shannon Sharpe on offense. And they won a motherfucking Super Bowl. For Shannon Sharpe to be that great at what he did, Shannon Sharpe, for him to have built Fox Sports, because Fox Sports wasn't, their morning shows wasn't shit. It was Skip and Shannon that built that whole thing over there at Fox Sports. For him to have done all of that and still have to team up with a white dude. Oh, what's up, Ebony in chat? We're just gonna be looking at my chat. Ebony, you stupid. It's the zesty ass Shay Shay for me. Yeah.
That really sold me was the partnership. Throughout this process, everybody that was involved with the Volume always said, we're a partnership. We're going to build you. And so now that we're partners, we're in business together, let's go do great things, bro.
There we go, right there.
All right, bro.
Club Shay Shay already has his own machine, his own thing. It don't need nobody. And he gonna partner with that racist son of a bitch. Allegedly, supposedly racist, I suspect. Okay. Is Reggie, you still in the chat room? I forgot to tell this story a little earlier. I'm gonna get on to the last part of the topic. I don't know if Reg knows Scott's still in the chat room, but he was my boy that was in here earlier. Y'all remember the 2008 Olympics was in Beijing. During the 2008 Olympics, Reggie used to do this thing where I used to walk up to chicks and tell, because Reggie is like very skinny and very dark. He looked like a goddamn marathon runner. So I used to tell chicks that Reggie was a Kenyan marathon runner. And so one day we was at the club. We had Club Element. And for those of you who's been in LA in the 2000s, y'all remember Element. It was on Las Palmas and Hollywood Boulevard, in between Hollywood and Selma. On the other side was Ledoux. But Element, then it was called Sound for a while. We at the club. The Olympics is still going on. I see this chick, and I was like, hey, come meet my friend Reggie. He's a Kenyan marathon runner. And then she went inside, gave him the play. They went to the back, did the woonty wham, boomty bam. Then she came back to me and was like, you're an asshole. Reggie's a nice guy, and you just introduced him as a marathon runner, and he's bigger than that. He's better than that. Shame on you. And then Reggie came walking up. He was like, I'm sorry, my darling. What is it? What did he say to you? And he had the worst goddamn African accent. And that chick believed it. That shit was fucking hilarious. We used to do dumb shit like that. But I used to tell chicks that Reggie was an African marathon runner. And he used to use that. And that shit used to work. Anyway, yeah. But back to Shannon. Shannon teamed up with a degenerate. Colin Cowherd is one of the reasons why I stopped watching. I have been pulling back from sports TV, but Colin Cowherd is one of the main reasons why, like, I just stopped, like, completely, because it got to a point. Why am I spending time and listening to this white man just shit on black people all day? Why am I going to sit here and just listen to this white dude sit here and use sports as a canvas to shit on black society? And it will be hard. Like, I'll be sitting there looking like, dude, like every time it seems like every time Cowherd came on TV, he's shitting on black people, the black athlete. I just like, as a man, as a black man, after a while, like sometimes for you niggas that still watch ESPN and all of these sports debate shows, at some point you got to ask yourself as a black man, how long are you going to continue watching these people shit on black people? All they do is shit on black athletes. Why? For you niggas who still watch sports, listen to how they talk about James Harden and Kevin Durant, and then compare that to how they talk about the white baseball players or the white NASCAR drivers or the football players. I dare you to find a white NASCAR driver that they sparse apart their game and shit on them. I dare you to find a white golfer, a white football player, a white baseball player that all they do is sparse apart everything wrong with their game and dissect them and make them look like shit. Name one athlete they do that to. White. But you black men will sit around and listen to this dickhead right here shit on black people every day, all day. What's wrong with you niggas? How can y'all sit there and allow your people to just get shat on all day using sports as a canvas? What's up, Cold Crush? What's up, Achilles Smith, Ben Frank, Jeff Smith? Welcome to the chat room, everybody. I appreciate y'all. And I can guarantee you this wasn't Colin Cowherd's move. He ain't that smart. This was ESPN's move. ESPN was, and whatever, I don't even want to say ESPN, whatever white folks, both Cowherd and Shannon Sharpe work for, the ones writing the check, this was their call. This wasn't even Cowherd's call. Who's ever writing their checks, that was that person's call. Anybody get this nigga all his money directly, you're going to have to be filtered through a white boy. And not only through a white boy, we about to put you with a white boy that's on camera display more racism than Skip Bayless. Cowherd is one of the few that I would say has been probably more racist on camera with the inflections and tones and things that he said than Skip Bayless. That's how they work. That's how they work. Nah, you're gonna have to put this white boy on if you want some money. Next, I wasn't gonna talk about these guys because everybody else talking about them. I wasn't going to talk about these cats because everyone else is, and you know what I mean? I don't like following what other people do. I like to do my own goddamn thing. But I will talk about it because it's still getting talked about. And I have talked about these dickheads before, Fresh and Fit, and what happened to their channel. We're going to talk about that in 1 minute. I'll be right back.
On beat. Black History commercial. Take 1.
And here comes the 2 to the 3 and 4.
Hold up. Celebrate our warriors and scholars. Black history on a t-shirt. Black people don't owe anybody anything but an ass whooping. Yep. Mothers of the movement, our scholars. Instead of wearing a sports jersey with someone else's name on your back, celebrate our leader's name on your chest.
Say it with your chest.
Get yours now at hotepish.com/shop. Free shipping on all orders over $75. Also, get your Black American music family tree at incenseandashtrays.com/shop. 400 years of music created here in North America exclusively by Black Americans on one piece of artwork.
Yeah. All right, I'm back. So we're going to talk about these cats here. This is that Fresh and Fit podcast. These niggas. So, I've talked about them in the past being very racist, being, quote unquote tethers, people who like to shit on black society while acting like they're part of black society. Their channel, for those of you who don't know, their channel it's a hoe ass channel that talk about a hoe ass shit to a whole bunch of hoe ass niggas. People. I won't even say niggas, people. They appeal to the crowd that didn't have a good father at home, you know? They appeal to those cats. And no disrespect to those, because there's plenty of cats that didn't have a father at home that see that these are hoe ass niggas too. But they appeal to the ones that don't like themselves, don't like black people, and think that everything black is bad. Anyway, their channel was demonetized. And the rat face one to the right, that's the one that be wearing Klan hoodies and telling Nick Fuentes to call black women nigger. The channel got demonetized, and he walked off camera crying like a bitch. Crying like a bitch. Talk all that stuff about people being accountable, and how women need to be accountable for their actions, and how black people need to be accountable because America's the greatest place ever. And black people that aren't being accountable, that's why they're not making it in America. And then the minute one thing don't go his way, he on camera crying like a bitch. So if they crying like bitches on camera on one little thing, imagine how they are behind closed doors. And why am I bringing them up, ladies? It's always these dudes that objectify women, because their podcast basically got popular by bringing on strippers and IG thoughts and basically objectifying women. Why am I bringing this up? Ladies, oftentimes I hear y'all complaining about these hoe ass niggas. These hoe ass dudes out here who are no good to women, who objectify women, who talk shit about women. And that throws a lot of women off. Peep and observe, ladies. The kind of dudes that play that game, that do that bullshit, they the biggest bitches on earth. one thing don't go his way, he crying like a hoe. The channel got demonetized. I don't know what's gonna do. No, God, no. Bitch. And this is why I'm always laughing at them kind of dudes that's always talking stuff about black society. These are the guys. These are the kind of guys that's always talking crap about black folks. Black people need to get themselves together. There's nothing wrong. There's no racism in America. Racism is a thing of the past. Remember, Myron said that, the rat face looking one? He said that? He said, oh no. Racism is a thing of the past. And now is the best time ever for black people. And the reason why black people aren't making it is because they're making excuses. They're not being accountable. It's always them. See, we as black Americans, shit don't go our way. We be like, fuck it. Do something different. This 5 goes west looking motherfucker. One thing don't go his way. Ho. Ho ass. Nigga. Oh shit, salute. Salute to the merch shop. I just got a sale in the merch shop. Somebody just brought some dope shit. You can get yours right now, DewanB.com. Go to the shop and get some of the merch. I still got the tank top on my F YouTube sale. These F YouTube items, the fuck around and find out t-shirt, take a seat Karen, those will be up through the end of the month. A stout limited edition, this will be up through the end of the month. You better get yours now. And I still got the F YouTube shirt going. I extended it for a little bit longer, my F YouTube sale. I extended it for a little longer. All this shit's gonna be over by the end of the month, so get your shit now-ish. And then also get your readings. Type in product code first and get 15% off your reading. Y'all know I love reading cards, man. Oh, and I still have spaces available for my card reading course. I still have spaces available for my card reading course. All right? You want to learn how to read playing cards? This first class was Sunday. Salute to everybody that came to the first class. I do have a limited slots open, and we're gonna be teaching you guys how to read extensively. Or you can just get class by class, but this class is gonna go throughout the end of the year. I'm teaching y'all how to read playing cards. So for those of you interested in learning how to read playing cards, my class, inbox me, info@DewanB.com. The class is still going on. It's just getting started. We got about 12, 13 more classes to go. You can get it all for one low price. All right? So, yeah, we here with it. Now I want to know, I'm not going to keep my phone lines open for long. I want to know what some of y'all think about this. What do y'all think? 323-744-7425. 323-744-7425. Anything that we talked about. We could talk about the hoe-ass hoes that be crying like hoes when things don't go their way. We could talk about Kobe. We could talk about anything that we talked about today. Colin Cowherdle, suspected racist ass, Shannon Sharpe, And why do Stephen A. Smith look like the Jeffrey Osborne of sports? Every time I see Stephen A. Smith and his Jeffrey Osborne hairline getting ready to talk sports, I'll be thinking, can you woo, woo, woo? Can you woo, woo, woo? Should be mine, oh mine. Can you woo, woo, woo? Can you woo, 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 woo? Oh, Jeffrey Osborne looking bastard. I don't trust none of them niggas on sports TV. I don't trust none of them. They be lying their asses off. And salute to everybody listening over on Facebook. Salute to everybody listening through Twitter. Salute to everybody listening through YouTube. We here. I appreciate all y'all. We got over 300 in this thing across all platforms. Can you woo, woo, woo? (323-744-7425). Oh, I got another order submitted. Salute to y'all. I done got 2 orders in the last 5 minutes. Salute to y'all. Appreciate it. In the Cash App, $ DeJuan Brown. Whoever that was, call back. I'm back to having. Let me know, hey, chat room, help me out. Because I got Skype with my system. I use Ecamm. And Skype is who I've been using to have calls come through. Don't say Zoom. I'm not using Zoom to get calls. I'm trying to find like another call center that has like a switchboard. I need a switchboard. Or something that people can call in. I can put people on hold. Because this Skype shit, y'all been hearing me for the last year. I'm like, God damn. People call in. I can't put nobody on hold. I get 2 goddamn rings before the shit go. I see something called a switchboard. I'm gonna check them out. I'm gonna check out switchboard because I'm having issues with Skype. Yeah, I'm gonna have to do something different than Skype. This shit ain't working with me. Let's see if it answers this time. What's up, caller? What's your name? Where you calling from?
Hey, this is MDT Sports, the guy from last time.
Oh, I picked up this time. God damn, finally. What's up, brother?
What's up, man? I want to talk to you about like 3 things. So the fresh and fits, I'm glad that, I don't wish like people losing their money, but it's like they're so disrespectful, bro.
Yeah.
Like it's to the like point, like the first thing what they did, they do you remember when they disrespected do you know who the rapper King Von is?
Yeah.
They disrespected his girlfriend.
His girlfriend? They went for the girlfriend? Wow, okay.
You remember they went for the girlfriend.
I didn't know that.
She was on the show. Yeah, Asian, I think on there, Asian doll.
Oh, yeah, Asian doll. I do remember that. I didn't put, I remember that. I remember that.
They disrespected her in a way, like, okay, like the girl said she was sorry. She came late, and they were just going on and on with it. And that was like the last draw. I said, yeah, I know what they own. They own.
Yeah,
and
they
then
like
they
kick
no
her off.
such thing as racism and all that.
They tried to like give her a talking to about being on time, like something like, if you don't sit your bitch ass down, nigga.
Facts. Yeah, they were just being so disrespectful. Like it was just at the point that was the last draw with me. That was like 2 years ago. After our last year, and they were just disrespecting her. And then the other thing when they said they were telling Black Americans there's no such thing as race and all that, I was like, okay, here y'all go. We the one got y'all over here. Got y'all tail over here. You from Sudan, man.
Uh-huh.
You're from Sudan, and you're talking about like how Black Americans should like doing Sha'Carri, that's so disrespectful, bro. We the one got you here. If it weren't for my people getting you here, you wouldn't have nothing to say.
Yeah, that's that. These motherfuckers don't understand shit like that, man. Well, I know you say you want to talk about 3 things. What else you want to talk about, brother?
Yeah. Another thing, that Colin Coward dude, he was disrespecting Lamar Jackson. You know Lamar Jackson?
Yeah, I remember he got into football after I stopped. But I remember hearing about that. I remember seeing the highlights of him just being so disrespectful to Lamar Jackson.
Man, I'm a Ravens fan, and he's the most disrespectful quarterback in the NFL. They disrespect him. It's so bad.
Yeah.
Like, they said he should switch to receiver, and he was telling him, Coward, when he came and got drafted to the Ravens, he told him he was gonna be worse than Tim Tebow. He's not even a quarterback.
He was saying shit like that.
Yeah, I swear, bro. Look at that video. He was saying like he would never be good, and said the 2 other quarterbacks, Sam Darnold and Baker Mayfield and Josh Rosen, and he just say Josh Allen, they was gonna be better than him. But the last 2 years later, he kind of had to backtrack because Lamar Jackson won the league MVP. He was destroying the league, and it was But you got to look at that video. That it was Colin Coward, man. He racist as heck to me. And the Kobe Bryant, I wasn't a Kobe fan, but I respected him. I respected Kobe, but I was always a Warrior fan. So the Lakers and Warriors, we
don't get along.
Yeah, we don't get along. But
Kobe Bryant kicked their ass. Kobe Bryant spent the whole career kicking their ass. So I wouldn't like him either. I wouldn't.
Yeah, but I respect the Lakers though. I like Magic. Magic is one of my favorite players.
Magic's still my all-time favorite player. Magic's my all-time favorite player. Even more so
yeah,
than
he's
Kobe.
one of my favorite players. I love the way he plays. Like it's so fun and stylish. His art of basketball is just so dope to me.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. That's all I gotta say to you, OG, and you get back.
Yes, sir, man. Appreciate your call.
Appreciate it, bro.
Yeah, you're a Warriors fan. I wouldn't like Kobe either. Like, especially like you're like a Seattle Sonics fan or like a Ray Allen fan. I hate Kobe if I was like a Ray Allen fan or a Paul Pierce fan or a Vince Carter fan or a T-Mac fan. All these niggas that Kobe used to use and abuse throughout their whole careers. I would hate them too. Yeah. So. Yeah. We here with it. Nothing like Magic. Magic used to put on the show. But I'm about to get up out of here. I got shit to do. Oh shit. Let's see if it I'll take it if it picks up. Did it pick up? What's up, caller? What's your name? Where you calling from?
Hey, what up, Dewan? Amar from Pomona.
What's up, Amar? What's going on, brother?
I know what's going on with you, man.
You hear what's going on with me? What I'm talking about. What you want to talk about when it comes to the topic?
The topic, yeah. Today's Kobe's birthday, right?
Yep. Happy birthday to the GOAT.
One of the GOATs. Well, let me tell you, to start off with this, I'm gonna just say right now, I'm a Clipper fan, as you probably know. You saw me in my gear last time you saw me.
I don't really take Clipper fans serious, but go ahead.
I know. Well, we're gonna get the title this year if we stay healthy, hopefully.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. But anyway, I'm gonna just start off by saying, here's the thing about Kobe. I did not like him. Like, and I'm gonna tell you why. Like when he kind of ratted on Shaq, I lost some respect for him.
Man, what that got to do with basketball?
But here's the thing.
We don't even know if Kobe ratted it. That's just some shit the media said. We don't even know.
You don't think Kobe ratted him out?
I said we don't know. That's some shit the media said. I don't trust nothing these motherfuckers say. They said that. They said that he ratted, but they said that wasn't on camera. Like, okay, how he have all that stuff filmed? How he sitting with the police for 12 hours, and the under deposition for 12 hours, and the time he ratted, he that part wasn't on camera, wasn't recorded. You believe that? All right.
You know what?
But
That's
if
a
you
good
do,
point.
okay.
That's a good point. Okay, but I will say this. Well, I remember old Clipper Laker battles. I'm gonna tell you, like when he used to go against like first it would be like McGetty, and like when McGetty would get, I'd be all happy, and then Kobe would just torch him.
Yeah.
But the recent years, when he was older, it was the Lob City clips. I thought it was gonna be our chance to get a title finally. I was like, I was talking about that. Yeah, we're gonna get a championship shirt, this and that. But let me tell you this about Kobe. I don't know. I think he's the second greatest Laker of all time. I think Magic's the greatest. I think Magic's the greatest player ever played the game, in my opinion. And I'm not a Laker fan.
I'm not gonna argue with that.
Because I'm gonna tell you what, people say Jordan, but the thing is, Jordan had to wait till, because remember he never beat Larry Bird in a playoff series. And it's not to hate on Jordan. I like Jordan, but he never beat Larry Bird in the playoff series.
Yeah,
and not to mention,
he didn't beat the best of the best.
He lost Isaiah Thomas for years. And because my older brother would tell me these stories. I was like, oh shoot, okay. Because my first NBA Finals experience was Jordan versus Magic, because I was born in 1987. But back to Kobe. But back to Kobe. At first I used to believe I knew he was good. I knew he was great. I used to think Iverson was better than him until I saw him in the finals. Until Kobe beat him in the finals.
And you saw Kobe go to work on his motherfucking ass in the finals.
He did. And then you look at that, and then ironically, and then when he scored 81, I was like, okay, this guy's great. And ironically, let me tell you, here's a funny story about that. He did that on my birthday.
Cool. That's crazy. The 81?
The 81 on my birthday?
Let me show you what Kobe did on my birthday. This was on my 29th birthday, June 17th. Won the championship, and I was in the Staples Center in the house watching the GOAT win that motherfucker. That's what he did on my birthday. Beat the Celtics.
That's even better. So it was his last title.
Yeah, man.
I mean, that's good. I will say this.
Thanks for giving us a call, my brother.
Well, okay, you got to move along. Okay, well, I will say this. I want to say this one more thing about Kobe.
Go ahead.
I don't like all the hate. I don't like all the hate he was getting. Like, let me tell you, I didn't like him, but it's like, but not as a person, because I don't like I said, I don't know him. I guess the people.
You didn't like him because the media told your ass not to like him. They put out a whole bunch of negative stories, which proves my point.
And mainly I'm a Clipper fan.
They framed all that, but man, have a good one, brother. Yeah, you didn't like, people don't like Kobe because that they framed. They only talked about what went on fucked up, and they framed the images in you guys' mind. That was all motherfucking lies. This was my last time seeing Kobe play. This was a game. I think this was 2000. This is against the Lob City Clippers. This was the last time I saw Kobe play. I took this picture on my iPhone 5. I think this was this was like, I think the 2012-13 season. I had like second row seats. And I took this picture from my phone. This was the last time I saw the GOAT play, and he was tearing the Clippers up too. The Clippers won this game because the Lakers, Blake Griffin went to work on Pau Gasol. But Kobe was tearing they monkey asses up. Boy. Kobe was tearing their asses up. Y'all niggas in the chat room were wrong. Y'all niggas funny. Ebony, you stupid. Y'all stupid. We back. But again, salute to Sha'Carri Richardson for bouncing back and being racing one hell of a race. Shannon Sharpe got his job. He got his job. with suspected racist Colin Cowherd. Fresh and Fit got demonetized and they crying like bitches. And happy birthday to the greatest of all time, Kobe Bryant. All right, y'all have a good one. I'm about to get up out of here. And remember this, there are no perfect messengers. Only perfect messages for those willing to pick up the game. Y'all have a good one.